Last time on the Thousand-Year Door, Mario and his ever-faithful entourage set out for the isolated and eerily lit town of Twilight. Upon our arrival, we're met by the distant toll of a steeple bell, and watch in horror as the gatekeeper who has come to greet us is transformed into a disturbingly haunting, horrifyingly foul, utterly twisted Oinky. Met by Mayor Dower of Twilight Town, we follow him to his humble abode where he tells us that a terrible curse has been placed upon the once blissful town of Twilight, and that the haunting echoing of the bell rings out from Creepy Steeple, a derelict church far beyond the thicket of twisted trees of the Twilight Trail. Emerging from the ink-black brush of the woods, we arrive at the wrought iron gates of the cursed steeple, and bravely enter the hallowed halls of the once holy site. Once inside, we're met by a cackling, unnamed and unknown specter who states that he's been the one responsible for the torment of the Twilighters. Seeking to put an end to his heinous act of tyranny, Mario seemingly bests the sheeted hoodlum, and we claim the ruby crystal star. But after a short while, it's revealed that our identity and body were stolen by the creature during the scuffle, rendering us a mere shadow of our former selves. With the sheeted hoodlum running amok in Twilight Town, Mario returns to find Vivian distraught and in tears, once again vilified by her older sister and tormentor, Belden. Despite his troubles, Mario lends a supporting hand to the Siren of Shadow, and after explaining the situation, Vivian pledges to aid us in our quest to reclaim our body in order to repay our kindness. Bearing her soul to us, Vivian conveys that she mostly doesn't get along with her sisters on account of their disapproval of her transgender identity, and joins our side, seeking refuge from her abusive elder sisters. On our return route to the steeple, we're once again intercepted by the sheeted scoundrel with Vivian, stating that the villains somehow seemed familiar. With the aid of Vivian's shadow powers, we return to the steeple in order to gain access to the previously inaccessible basement on the hunt for details about the creature's weakness. Stumbling upon a storage room, we overhear the sheeted ghoul's imprisoned pet parrot utter the creature's name whilst complaining about its confinement and lack of fair treatment. We once again encounter the ghoulish phantom, but there's no running this time, weaponizing its name. We shock the unsuspecting specter into submission and make it vulnerable. Frantically, the phantom hurriedly runs back to the church, seeking refuge within the spire of the creepy steeple. During our battle with the Duplighost Dupless, Vivian finally comes to realize why the villain seemed so familiar. Vivian berates herself for her stupidity and what she believes to be her greatest mistake, seeing herself as a manipulable pawn by her greatest adversary, scarred from the abusive imprint left upon her by her elder sister, Belden. Vivian can be overheard having a vehement spat with her sisters and returns to our side, ultimately deciding to free herself from the shackles of her abuse. With Vivian's aid, we triumph over the mischievous Duplighost who scampers off and at long last truly claim the ruby crystal star. Realizing they had been deceived by Dupless, Vivian is met with an incredibly fierce amount of skepticism by the party. And just when she's about to be made a target of ostracization again, Mario steps in to defend her and vouches for her bravery as a true ally, acting as a powerful allegory for acceptance. Now in possession of the ruby crystal star, Mario, Vivian, and the rest of the crew now seek the sapphire crystal star and make waves for the forsakenly haunted Isle of Keel Hall Key. Welcome back to Paper Mario, the Thousand-Year Door.
Avast ye scurvy dogs, Meshy here, and welcome back to the Thousand-Year Door. Before we set sail to the cursed Isle of Keel Hall Key, we're going to make a quick stop at the Rogueport Trouble Center, so let's get hustling. Welcome back to Paper Mario. I'm really excited for today's chapter. This is one of my favorites in the game by far. Can't fucking wait for this chapter. Right, so we're gonna stop in here to the Trouble Center because there's actually a trouble that I want to undertake. No, I don't need to know how your problems work. Okay, fine, he's gonna friggin' do it anyway. What's up, noob? How's it going? Did I fuck up? Did I fuck something up? I mean, I am a fuck up, but did I fuck up something? I probably did. How am I doing? I'm doing fantastic, thank you for asking. We're doing good on Elden Ring. I'm honestly really happy for next stream. I think next stream is gonna be really intense. I feel like we're gonna get a lot done. If I don't get fucked in the Consecrated Field too bad. Because honestly, we're already about like 60% through my new playthrough of Elden Ring, I think? Probably? Right, so this trouble is very important, and this is kind of a distinct trouble. from the other ones. This one actually gets you a really good optional reward, which is why we're doing it. And this is honestly something that I want to dynamically showcase for the game before we get rolling too far. Because if I get too far into the game and I forget to do this, we're going to end up having to do it way later when the game's about to be over, and that's going to make it kind of suck a little bit. So I want to get the dynamic out of this out of the way. But I'm really excited for Paper Mario today. This is absolutely one of my favorite chapters of the game, by far. The only thing that I really gotta honestly say that I hate about this game, and it's not really the game's fault, is that I wish I could play this blind all the way over again. Like, I wish I could go back into this game knowing absolutely nothing about it. If I could go back into this knowing nothing about it, I would be so happy. Like, just being able to relive those early years of my 10s. Because, like, it's a very prominent, featured part of my childhood, and it's something that I can't forget. I have so much familiarity with it, and I have so much love for it. It's just impossible to get out of my mind. There's certain games that have stapled their place in my memory. They were just very impactful. Like, they just left an imprint. Right, so you may be wondering what the hell we're doing back here in Hooktail Castle, and there's actually a very important reason for that. So we have to go and get an elusive badge for an NPC. And if you've been paying attention to the playthrough thus far, you might be able to guess who that NPC is. But I'm not going to spoil anything. For those who haven't seen it, we're going to quickly come to find that not all mice are bad. And I don't know why I pulled Flurry out. I knew I was going to need the Yoshi for this, so I don't know why I got Flurry out. Kind of stupid on my part. Luckily with the Yoshi, we can just speed through all this bullshit. We don't even have to deal with the stupid Paratroopa Koopas. Actually, I think they're called Koopa Paratroopas. They might just be called Paratroopas. I don't know. Don't lynch me, okay? Don't fucking put me up on a pyre and witch burn me, because I don't remember the names of Mario enemies. I know these are dry bones, I know that. That guy didn't really want me all that bad. He chased me for like 10 seconds, and then he's like, oh, not worth the trouble. He stopped like he left the oven on or something. He's like, oh shit. Okay, this is not the place we have to go. We have to go up from here. We are going to be backtracking to Hooktail Castle one other time. And it's probably going to be in between chapters, just so I don't have to show it on screen, but there's something very important in here that we can't acquire at this current point in time. But it's very integral. So the unfortunate thing is we're going to have to hoof it all the way to the top of the tower. So we're going to have to go to the ramparts and the battlements to be able to do the thing that I'm trying to do right now. And it is a little bit of an excursion. It's a little bit out of the way, but it's not too terribly bad. It's not awful. I think it would have been nice, honestly, if they had put a warp pipe that comes out of the ground, maybe in the very front of the castle or something like that. Oh shit. I didn't think he'd be able to walk through his compadre on the floor, but I guess he's intangible because he's not actually, like, in battle right now. Oh yeah, so that's part of what, what's it called? Fuck. I'm trying to remember the name of the badge that I picked up from fighting the Atomic Boo. I think it's called Lucky Day. No, it's called Lucky Start, that's right. Lucky Day is the other one. So Lucky Start, basically, when you start a battle, when the battle initiates, you get a random special effect that's positive applied to you. And it's a very strong badge, and it can determine a lot through fights. So I think it either allows FP to regenerate, or it gives you a boost to health, or it gives you extra attack damage or defense or something like that, but I can't remember particularly what. Super exactly. Basically, long story short, it's a really good thing, and there's no reason to not have it. Can I avoid the Goomba? Fucking master. But if I went through the wrong door, I'm gonna have to avoid him on the way back, and that's not gonna be very fun. It's also kind of weird feeling to me, because I feel like these enemies are a little bit faster in the remake. That sucks. Alright, you dry asshole, I'm gonna put you back in the ground where you arose. I don't have any special treatment for you idiots. Just because we're both undead doesn't mean I'm gonna show you any fair treatment. I don't make special cases. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not in the mood. I probably could have just power-shelled all of them to death, honestly. I probably didn't even need the Thunder Rage for that. But still. I will take that. Okay, there we go. My depth perception is a little bit poor, so it's kind of hard to tell when I'm angled at the wall. I was gonna say, he will not dare to hit me while I'm on that block. Wait, can I be a fucking god gamer like Super G and just do this? Oh no, I see. They put little rails in there so you can't do that. Smartasses over there at Nintendo thinking they're clever. I mean, they were able to outsmart me, but at least I tried to cheat. All Nintendo does is issue DMCA claims and bitch about people pirating their fucking software. No, you can't freely, illegally download this game that's not available anymore unless you want to shell out $250 US. How dare you? What about our creators? What about making the game's public fucking domain, you idiots? We did, but you have to buy a subscription service to be able to play them, and it's fucking egregiously overpriced. Smart move, Nintendo, smart move. That's the case with everything gaming nowadays, isn't it? Media and gaming and everything. Everything is locked behind premium tier subscriptions. You need Nintendo Plus, you need fucking Paramount Plus, you need freaking Crunchyroll Premium, you need freaking YouTube, freaking Max or whatever it is. Like, there's all this stupid bullshit that you just don't need. Let's see, let's use Mario real quick. And let's hop on the aerial dude. I don't know why I'm doing no damage with my jumps, that's a little bit concerning. Yeah, I was gonna say, that guy's not gonna be dead, is he? Oh man, I thought I super guarded. It's okay, the shades only make him look cool. He's still a galactic dick on the inside. You know his girlfriend already left him for some nerdy kid that's gonna fucking grow up to be a millionaire. This guy may have a Fiat Jaguar, but the nerdy kid has longevity and promise. It's gonna be like that one meme with the tramp where there's like the jock dude, and she's clinging to the jock dude or whatever, and the nerdy kid's sitting there, and then like the nerdy kid is in a business suit or whatever, and she's pregnant with like 3 kids. It's gonna be something like that. Oh shit, that's right, we can't... Am I dumb? I might be dumb. I really hope I'm not dumb, but I might have done this out of order. Oh nice, okay. Cool, I got really lucky. I thought I had to go talk to her first. You got an elusive badge. The badge Miss Mouse is looking for. Take it to her. Yes, so this badge is for Miss Mouse, none other than the notorious globetrotting thief. So we're gonna go bring this badge to the Mousy Lady. And the Mousy Lady is gonna do us a very nice surprisey. Basically, she's gonna join our party. So this is the secret party member, and it's not really all that secret. But it would have been cool if they added another party member to test out. That would have been pretty neat. But then they would have had to give it a story and like a dynamic and a background, and that's probably too much labor. It's probably too much effort. Plus, I guess if you were to add another partner character, people would be like, where the hell is this party member coming from? This wasn't in the original. I don't think a lot of people would complain about it too much, though. Okay, sorry, just checking audio levels to make sure that I didn't miss anything, because sometimes I'll start stream and then leave my mic on mute by accident. I'm very dumb. I do that sometimes. Okay, well now that we have what we need from Hooktail Castle, let's get on the back of our Yoshi. And get past all this nonsense. They're real bummers. I don't like these guys. These guys suck. And I don't have any fire flowers, so I can't kill them really quickly without having to expend a lot of high-tier items that I really don't want to have to use. But I'm too lazy to sit here in a battle for 5 minutes, because they are not going to give me any XP. I don't think Yoshi can float that. Oh my god, he can float that. What a G. I saw him pull out the stop right there to be able to make that final part. Steroid using Yoshi, obviously. Performance enhancers. Cool. Right, now all we have to do is run back to Petal Meadows, go back into the Rogueport sewer, pop out of the Rogueport sewer, go back to the Trouble Center, I think. Or no, I think you have to go to a rooftop or something like that. I don't remember which roof it is, but I'm pretty sure I'll find it pretty fast. I'm thinking my innate memory will just jog into place when I need it to. Also, that's really cool. I like how you can, like, turn around and do doughies on the Yoshi. That's pretty sick. You can, like, peel out and do Tokyo drifts on the red Yoshi. That's so awesome. It's like a Fast and the Furious. This is not where my pipe is. Oh yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of the white dude later. And by seeing a lot, I mean we're gonna be seeing him very little, because you can never find the fucker. You have to go to, like, literally every different key area on the map. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But we'll cross that fresh hell when we get to it. It is really nice that they added a fast travel option from, like, the World Network straight into Rogueport. I like that so much. Okay, I think it's either this roof? Yeah, I think it's the roof next to the badge shop, I'm not gonna lie. Have we talked to Luigi? I might want to talk to Luigi before we get into the nitty-gritty of this next chapter. Haha! I knew my memory wouldn't fail me. Hi, Mr. Mustache Cutie. I'm the one with the trouble. I'm a pretty lucky girl to have a strapping fellow like you take all my trouble. Well, let me get right to it, okay? I've done all I can to find this one elusive badge, but I failed at every turn. The badge is hidden in Hooktail's lair. Of that much, I'm sure. I went to check that room after I heard you defeated Hooktail, but nothing. I did hear rumors that to find this badge, one has to use the wind. I have no idea what that means, though. Anyway, look for it, okay, sweetie? Well, this is certainly the badge that I was looking for. Oh my, yes. Now, my sweet, promise to hear me out without getting mad. You see, I was the one who hid that badge. It's a little game of mine. I have to apologize, but I knew you would find it, my handsome cheese hunk. You may have even more badge-finding skill than I do. I just thought of something. Perhaps I should just travel with you from now on. Because, I'm sure to find lots of badges that way, don't you think? Now, about that reward, let's see. Take this badge that you managed to find, but I expect you to lead me to more. Now let me formally state that you will now enjoy the pleasure of my company. And thus we get Miss Mouse as a partner. And it's cool that she gets her own theme now too, because I could have sworn she just had the regular partner music before. Press X and Miss Mouse will sniff the surrounding air. If there are any items or objects hidden nearby, she'll point you toward their general direction. Press X to have Miss Mouse check for anything. There should be something nearby. Okay, well, I don't really need to use her ability to see a wooden box that's 3 feet in front of me, do I? That's kind of overdoing it, don't you think? That's kind of over the top. Like, look at our cool partner that we allow you to have. She has a very useful ability that you don't need at this particular point in time. Yes, so the great thing about Miss Mouse is not only can she pinpoint items that are in the overworld that are hidden that you might have missed, shine sprites, hidden blocks, and coins, and badges, and stuff like that, but she can also steal badges and items from enemies. And that's very important. Especially in the Pit of 100 Trials, when you start coming across the really elite enemies that have a shit ton of badges. And that's one of the ways that you can get overpowered in this game really, 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 really quickly. And I think Miss Mouse is only available to be obtained as a partner after Chapter 3 or Chapter 4. So we're doing this just about as early as we can possibly do it. And because we have enough shine sprites, we can power her up right away. Which is awesome. Now, as I stated before, we do have to make one more backtrack to Hooktail Castle, and it's for a item to be able to upgrade our partners further, but we're not going to be able to get it for quite some time. No, I do not care to power up more, you stupid bearded wizard. I do not care. Oh, you are a hobo. You're a hobo that found a glass marble with the star in it, and you put a bathrobe on, and then you claim to be a wizard, and you just sit here and con people out of money. I doubt you even pay rent here. Like, hold on. Look at his crystal decorations. You know those are obviously fake. He got those from an arts and crafts store for like 10 cents a piece. Come on, dude. And he just puts the freaking air wicks in there to try and seem all mystical. He's not really all that mystical. He's kind of just a dick.